screenshot of that. Okay. Sorry, just having some problems with Twitter. Apparently, my Periscope isn't. Can I do this? Yeah, I can't do it. All right, fine. Do me a favor, please, because I can't do this. Share this on Twitter. Got glitches. That's not fun. All right. Sorry, I'm just holding up the screen. Trying to hold up this thing clearly. Welcome to the Perry 10K Saturday Share-a-thon. There's only one round today, so I want to make sure everybody gets it. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining me. And I know all the people can be joining in any moment now. There's Shirley. Good to have you here, my love. And Perry 10K. There's Katya, the boss. All right. So just holding up the shot of the screen of what's coming up today. This is Perry 10K Share-a-thon. And let me take out the tripod. It's just... Yeah. For some reason, I'm not sure what's going on with Periscope for me, but the last couple of days, it doesn't share on Twitter for me automatically. So you may not see my notifications. So thanks for being here. And please share this for me. Please share this for me on Periscope and on Twitter. And invite your followers. So Perry 10K, as you can see the hashtag. And this is perry10k.com/join if you want to find out more about us. And this is today's Saturday Share-a-thon. There isn't round 1 or 2. This is one round. And it's going to be 6 awesome people. Hey, Lisa, good to have you here too. Whoops, excuse me, let me, sorry, let me come back. All right, let me do this first, because I realized I put the title on my phone on the title here, but didn't do that. So let me change the title of the thing. That was so silly. All right, so let me tell you what's going on. This is I'm doing 2 things at once. This is like juggling. This is really fun. This is watching ad-libs on the fly. This is live TV, as it were. Okay, now I can fix that. I love it. All right, here's today's topic, the right one. This is fun. So welcome to Perry 10K. I'll try this again. Live TV, very selfie, right. So let me say this again quickly. Good to have you here. Hi Yvonne, nice to have you joining us. Welcome to the Share-a-thon. Stay on for speakers. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Perry 10K rocks, to be blunt. This is my favorite group. I've been involved with a few groups, just joined a new one, which I love as well, but this is my heart's group, or my group's heart. This is my favorite one. Perry 10K is the TED Talks of Periscope. We are an amazing group of people, changing lives, changing hearts. As Katya Sarmiento says, changing hearts and lives one Periscope at a time. So this is the Share-a-thon today, and the topic today is, are people fundamentally good or evil? And what you're going to get today is 6 different perspectives. So let me go through the list pretty quickly. There's Val, who's up after me. So I'm going first. That's me. There's Barry Selby, in case you hadn't figured that one out yet. And I'll be going live on about 2 minutes. I'm just doing the preview now. Followed by Valerie Solidko, who just put up her emojis. She's going after me. She's second in round. And she's all about the Zen cruise right now. I know that. Then Miss Shirley Joy Weiss, who I love dearly, who's a fellow alumna from my grad school, and also the person who really got me into Perry 10K in the first place. So it'd be great to see her on this scope round. Then we have the marvelous gratitude-filled Kechi, known as, she's always saying thank you so much because she's so grateful and she's an amazing woman from Nigeria, awesome woman. Followed then by another amazing woman, Yvonne Barrow, who is Boss Babe Beauty out of Texas. She rocks too and is growing in her strength and comfort as a speaker. But rounding it out is one of my favorite people on the planet, the fabulous Cindy Poe 2.0, who is absolutely amazing. She's one of the major movers and shakers in the Perry 10K group and is a sweetheart and she's just awesome. So that's the running out order. It is an amazing lineup. So, hi, sorry, this is Saturday, so hence casual. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining me. There's Cindy. There you are. I love you, lady. So today, this is the Perry 10K Share-a-thon, and today's topic is close enough top of the hour. I'm going to start running around this. Are people fundamentally good or evil? And I'll say, well, let me save my what that is. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Much appreciated for that too. Captain Casual, right? Today, I'm helping a friend move later on today, so I wasn't going to dress up today for this. And I just did I've already done 2 scopes today. It's my 3rd one today. I just got involved in Scopers United, which is really powerful. But that was 5-minute scopes. That's hard. 10 minutes is so much luxury by comparison. So I love the fact we got 10 minutes today each. And by the way, that's the focus today. It is the Share-a-thon. I haven't done it before. We do 10-minute segments, each of us, through to the top of the hour. So this is 1 hour today, not 2. Usually every day of the week it's 2 hours, but the weekends we do basically 1 or 1.5 hours because it's a weekend. So Monday through Friday, you'll see us from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time, 4 to 6 p.m. East Coast time, and 9 to 11 p.m. UK time. doing Periscope broadcasts every day on different topics. Today's topic: are people fundamentally good or evil? All right. And by the way, I should say this: if you're not already doing so, please make sure you're following me on Periscope. So swipe right on the iPhone, so up on the Droid, tap follow me, or the little guy in the corner, and please make sure to share this on Twitter. Invite your followers on Periscope. My version of Periscope, for some reason, stopped letting me do stuff on Twitter the last 2 days, and I'm not sure what's going on. I have to reinstall. We'll see. Anyway, also this hashtag, there are emoticons, hence you see the Christmas trees and snowflakes, because I figured why not. It's sunny in California, but some people are dealing with that, so why not celebrate the holidays that way? So, are people fundamentally good or evil? I know you're dying to know. You can't give hearts? Are you on a computer? Maybe you are. I'm not sure what's going on. No, if you say if you put comments in, you must be able to. Yeah, it's not. It's cooler here because it's only in the 50s and 60s here, and nighttime is in the 40s, which for LA is pretty cold, but no snow or rain, or there might rain later today. But I'm not sure. I'm seeing what looks like Boss Babe Beauty, Yvonne. I'm seeing hearts coming with your colours on them, so maybe it is you. I'm not sure. Anyway, let me get on topic because I've already used up a minute and a half of my time. Are people fundamentally good or evil? My belief and my studies that I've done research on is that we are born fundamentally good, because we are, and I'll be blatant about this, we are love incarnate. And the teachings I've followed and studied, and I'm going to lay some things on you, and this is one of the big ones, is that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, not human beings having a spiritual experience. That, in its implicit knowledge, is spiritual beings are conscious of their hearts, of their love, of their goodness. However, this is the caveat, we live in a physical world that is basically negative. And that means negative energy, it takes. And so when we give, we get used up sometimes, and that's one of the things I have to deal with. But what I mean by evil, and there are some things I play with, like, the evil is living backwards. That's what evil is. And if you go back to the Bible, and I'm going to play with, I'm throwing some big stuff at you right up front, so you have to watch the scope a few times to get this. In the Bible, it said that Jesus said, "Get thee behind me, Satan." In Aramaic, Satan actually is Satana, and Satana translates to English as crazy thoughts. So, in the Bible, no, I'm Jewish, so you can take my perception of the Bible as you want. In the Bible, the teaching that evil was actually a mistranslation of crazy thinking. So take that for what it's worth. But let me say this: what people do in this world, and I've seen it happen so many times, is people doing things that are not bad, not so much evil, but bad by mistake. By the way, throwing another one at you. Are you aware that the word sin doesn't mean what you think it means? The word sin originates from the German, the original Germanic, and that actually translates to missing the target. So when you're firing an arrow at a target, you miss the bullseye. That's called sinning. Not what you think it is it? So there's lots of good stuff to give you thoughts to ponder, and I'm throwing this at you just to go, whoa, 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 so you get some thoughts. But here's the thing I want to say. We are all born innately good. However, life experiences can definitely spin us into a negative place where we react. I deal with a lot of my coaching clients in the area of love and relationships where they deal with abuse. Now, abuse still is wrong. Okay, well, you can take it that way. You can do it in your scope. Still got a few minutes. Good. I want to make sure I'm on track because I'm so rushing to get everything out. Because I was doing the 5-minute scope earlier, and so I'm like, I've got 10 minutes to breathe. No, if you miss your shot, it's just like, do better next time. See, the thing about this is that evil sometimes comes from people thinking they made mistakes and they can't cure them. And I say, no, not so. Yes, great to have Shirley Joy back, because I've missed her, and she's one of my favorite people on the planet, and also one of the people who got me on Periscope with Perry 10K. So it's awesome to have you here, and both you guys here. So it's awesome. All right. This is the fun part of Periscope. I have a message, and then I have comments. It's like, which do I focus on? So back on topic. I'm passionate about this because I've seen enough. Sorry, you do try. I've got to do this. If this is Star Wars weekend, there is no try. Do or not do. That's Yoda. So there. So in life, we get things thrown at us that can push us off track. Our option is to pick ourselves up and go forward again, or to react to what happens. And as kids, sometimes there's a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube recently about racism is not something that we're born with. We're taught that by people around us. So some of this evilness is education, as in we are educated by those around us with negative thinking that makes us think that we should do things a certain way which aren't good. So I believe, to put it simply, and I'll get back to this point again and again, is that people are fundamentally good, but sometimes with an evil coating, if that makes any sense. And so I've dealt with people who've been evil. I've had some pretty crazy things happen in my life. But the truth was, I'm grateful for my own upbringing, my own teaching, my understanding, and thankfully with my family as well, is that I saw through that. Didn't mean I let them steamroll me, although that happened a couple of times. It meant that I removed myself from the situation because I didn't need to deal with it. So if you're finding yourself around people who aren't treating you respectfully and lovingly and kindly, if they won't change the situation. Leave. That's what I've done with some of my coaching clients, is invite them to leave their relationships because they had negative situations they were in and they weren't willing to leave because they thought they had to have love that way. That's confusion. So, thank you, Yvonne. I appreciate that. So we are fundamentally good, absolutely. And it's interesting because you watch on Periscope. The people who thrive on Periscope are good people. The message we share, the joy we share, the celebration we share, whatever that is. And in Peri 10K especially, there's a what's the word I'm looking for? There's an overabundance, not overabundance, there's an abundance of goodness in this group. So I'm very passionate about that in this group and love that too. So I'm watching, keep my eye on the clock. I've got like 3.5 minutes. So what was I going to say? I mean, it's actually a simple question because basically you got two options. Are people finding it good or evil? Good or evil? My answer is good. Now I'm taking 10 minutes to explain that simple point, but which is and also, let me say this too. Thank you for that. We are also very capable of changing our ways. So if we've been led down the path of evil, which is basically confused, crazy thinking or living negatively, we can make a choice to change that. I've seen people in the Periscope land, from someone in our group did, who converted a troll to a follower. That wasn't in Periscope, somebody else who was doing a Periscope. Basically some people who come on Periscope to cause havoc and harm, who realize that the error of their ways and they can shift. So it can happen in Periscope, it can happen in the real world. I've worked with clients who had that in their relationships. So the bottom line is we are fundamentally good and sometimes we forget. And when we forget, the good news is we can remember. So there's always the chance to come back to the goodness of who we are. And having met some people I know who have actually died and come back, two people I think are particularly amazing teachers I love following. Don Miguel Ruiz, who's in my profile picture with me, he's a really sweet guy, and Daniel Brinkley, who I know has died 3 times. They have said that when we leave this planet, we go back to love, to goodness, to all that is universal wonder. There is no evil outside of this physical plane. So evil is a human creation, which means it is finite. It also is incomplete, I'll put it that way. Our beingness, our innate goodness of who we are, because you look at somebody's heart, the only way somebody's heart is dark and empty is because they didn't get loved. Love is the answer. Satan, as I said earlier, Satan in the Bible, which is a mistranslation in Aramaic, Satana translates to crazy thinking. Maybe missed that, I said that earlier. So that's that. Hey Jay, nice to have you here. Good to have you, sir. Valerie, can you put up some emojis, please? Because you're going up in 1 minute, I think. Or 1.5 minutes, something like that. Thank you for sharing, by the way, and thanks for following me. If you aren't already following me on Periscope, please make sure you tap the little guy in the corner, swipe right on the iPhone, or swipe up on the Android, either way of those, and tap follow me. And please make sure you do share this. There's Val right there with all the good and evil signs. I love that. Perfect. So, yeah. All right, so stay tuned because we've got an amazing lineup of speakers today. Really awesome people. And, wow, I just realized I'm the only guy on the lead. All the rest are ladies. It's interesting, reversal. So ladies first, I get to go first, followed by all these wonderful women. So I'm grateful to be in that place. So Valerie's up next. Should be going live in about 30 seconds if you want to get going and get ready. And I'll keep on the line until she's live herself. All right? So, yeah, I didn't realize, where's the guys on the scope today? Just me. Okay, I can handle it. Since most of my audience is usually women, it seems so apropos. All right, Valerie's amazing. So that's good. So, and Sarah, by the way, I know you're new in here, so thanks for following me and thanks for staying tuned. So I saw your comments coming up in there, so it's good to have you here. And Jennifer as well, thank you as well. Thank you, Cindy. I'm glad to be here, part of the male rep, and to bring the voice for you. I know that you love my voice, so thank you, Cindy. And I'm glad that you're bringing up the rear end of this. That's okay. Thank you, Yvonne. I appreciate that. It's a pleasure. This is fun stuff to do. So, from Georgia. Okay, nice to have you here, Jennifer. Make sure you, in fact, do follow me if you can, because I do put a lot of scopes out. My pleasure, Shirley. This was just a light-hearted one. My last scope, I actually ended up with 0 followers. That was an interesting experience. Talking about sex, of all things, and people weren't watching. How strange. So, again, pleasure, and I'm glad to have you in the scopes. I get to watch you as well in a few minutes. So, thank you, my pleasure. All right, so just waiting for Miss somebody. Let me know if Valerie goes live, because she should be going live any second now. And we'll switch across and follow her. And make sure you follow me, because also I'll be tagging you if you're following me, so you can watch the people I'm following as well. All right, so stay tuned for a little bit longer. Thanks for all the hearts and stuff. Your relatives in California? Yeah, well, my relatives are back in Europe. I'm from England and family in Italy, but I'm the only one on the West Coast. Actually, the only one in the United States for my family. So I represent the Union Jack in LA. Well, I'm not the only one, but that's kind of what they do. So someone let me know when Valerie's live, so we can follow her. Going once, going twice. Let me know if she's here. And thanks for the hearts. I appreciate you keep tapping the screen for hearts whilst I'm waiting. Adds to my count, because I'm now I think like almost 450,000 hearts, which is cool. She's live. Thank you, Cindy. All right, so we're going to watch Valerie. If you follow me, I'll be tagging you. And if you're not, just come look out for Valerie, and I'll see you on her scope.